Welcome to another episode of Royal Rumble. Please stand by for the upcoming fight. This time, the Dark Elves will face up against the Skaven.
So welcome to another episode of Royal Rumble and thank you for tuning in. In this episode I'm playing the Dark Elves and I'm facing up against the Skaven. So it's actually quite difficult to say. We have a new game over here and every week the metagame changes, or there are some changes in the metagame. Actually it's very difficult to say in this, especially in this matchup, who is in favor. I think it's still the Dark Elves, but I played several times against other opponents or against opponents that brought 2 or 3 Doom Wheels with their army, and it's very difficult for the Dark Elves to handle that and to handle it with a lot of Doom Wheels. So it's very difficult. So as I said, this game is quite new and every week there are some changes and builds. So actually if you face up against 2 or 3 Doom Wheels with the Dark Elves and you don't bring any Guards of Naggaroth, these black Guards of Naggaroth, then it's really difficult to handle that. But you also cannot expect every time 3 Doom Wheels, so it's a little bit difficult over here. But anyways, let's start with my army composition. It's nothing new, so I will not go in every detail over here. As Bleak Swords in the front line, the Black Guard Corsairs directly behind that, damage dealers. Then on the side for flankings I have Witch Elves on the left and on the right flank. Then I have Dark Shards in the last line, and so these guys causing armor-piercing missile damage. And yeah, if you constantly shoot on a Doom Wheel, it possibly add up, but the Doom Wheel is always moving. And so it's very difficult. So I think the best option to handle it with Doom Wheels is the Black Guard of Naggaroth. But anyway, as I said, we have Dread Spears on the left side and on the right side over here protecting my Dark Shards, and also to join the fight on the front line where it is necessary. Then we have a Malekith on a Black Dragon and a War Hydra. That's everything. So let's go to my opponent. In this game, especially this game, my opponent brought not a Doom Wheel. This was just an example for other games. So in the last 3 or 4 games, I played I played several times against 2 or 3 Doom Wheels. But especially in this game, there are no Doom Wheels. So my opponent brought Clan Rats in the front line, Plague Monks, and Clan Rats, Plague Monks, Clan Rats. So the Clan Rats, of course, will not hold the line. They are cheap unit to increase the amount of units overall. The Plague Monks have actually they are an anti-infantry unit. They should perform quite well against other infantry units. I'm not sure how's the performance against the Black Guard Corsairs. In my opinion, they should trade quite even, but I'm not sure. Then we have also a Grey Seer over here with Law of Plague on these. On this Doom Chair, or is it Doom Chair? I'm still forget every time the name over here, but on this chariot over here. But as I say always, it is a huge target and you can snipe out these Doom Chair all the time, or you can snipe out with your Dark Shots these Doom Chair very fast. So so as I said, it's a big target. Then we have Poison Wind Globadiers, very good. They have an anti-large bonus, always. Very good unit against all large units, like also against Malekith on the Black Dragon, and of course against a War Hydra. Then we have Clan Rats with Spears and Stormvermin on the side, and the back line Clan Rats with Spears, and the last line Red Ogres, very good against the Dark Elves, because Dark Elves are typically heavily armored. And these Red Ogres are really able to pierce that armor or to cause a lot of damage against armored units. And so this is very good. This is very good. I like that. 2 units of Red Ogres against Dark Elves over here. Then we have a group of Deathclaw Bombardiers. These Bombardiers are against infantry units. So these are exploding balls over there, causing actually a lot of damage to all infantry units. I think also the armor-piercing amount of that is quite huge. Let me take a short look over here. Yeah, we have 12 and exploding damage, also 28 armor-piercing exploding damage. So this is causing a lot of damage, actually. Then we have Plague Monks also over here. Another group of Clan Rats with Spears, Plague Monks, Sons of Barrows, and Clan Rats. So very good build over here, in my opinion. So let's start over here, and you will see how this works out over here. You can see some harass damage from the Malekith with Chill Wind through this group of Clan Rats with Spears, and it reduces also the speed. Then a Blade Wind over here, causing actually a lot of damage to these low tier Clan Rats. And yeah, let's directly begin with the charge in over here with some cinematics. So the Bleak Swords are really able to hold the line for some time, or especially against the Clan Rats, they perform quite well. And against the Plague Monks, I'm not so sure. The Plague Monks should be able to kill a group of Bleak Swords, in my opinion. Oh, very good of my opponent here to throw these exploding balls over here on my witches, on my witch elves, because these little these Deathclaw Bombardiers cause a lot of damage, as I said, especially against non-armored units. So we have a normal damage or missile damage of 57. This is huge, causing a lot of damage over here to my witch elves. So very good over here. As you can see, my Dark Elves snipe out really fast his Gracier with the Law of Plague. He's very heavily damaged and routes off actually, or is terrified. Also, I sent my Malekith directly to hunt him down or to force him off. You can see now at this moment the front line broke up. But now the Red Ogres kick in over here and do some damage, or cause a lot of damage actually to my Bleak Swords, and are able to hold the line on the backside over here. So very good of my opponent, even if the front line, if he lost the front line fight. On this side, it's quite overwhelmed over here, so my Witch Elves fighting Stormvermin and Clan Rats, and the Stormvermin are really able to hold the line. So they are not only good against large units, they are very good also against infantry units, because they are very heavily armored. And the Witch Elves have no armor piercing, or the armor piercing amount of the Witch Elves is really low. So, as I said, the Stormvermin are really able to hold the line also against other infantry units, not only against large units. Now I would like to, or my plan was to finish off these Plague Priest over here, because he casted several spells over there, and he's quite heavily damaged, and I made the mistake that I not finish him off. So it's always really important that you force off, or you force off units there. So you can see that. It's a big mistake from my side. He's so heavily damaged. I had to force him off. This is not good over here. So, in my opinion, this was a big mistake, and so always can recommend that. Force off enemy units, and if enemy lords or heroes, if they are very heavily damaged, finish them off really fast. Otherwise, they come back. Especially Caster. So Caster can cast several, even if they are so low on health, they can cast several spells, even if they have just 100 health left. Finish them off. So you can see also these Clan Rats over here. This was a cast actually from the Plague Priest. Still running over, driving around on this chair over here, and so not very good gameplay of mine in this case. This Gracier should be dead already. But overall, it was not. At the beginning, it looks quite good for my game. Or I was able to kill a lot of units and break the front line. But yeah, I think that, one of the mistakes, as I said, was to not finish the Plague Priest here off, and this is of course a problem. And now also a lot of units came back. So if there is still a lord in the game or a hero, the other units don't get a leadership drop. So if you finish him off earlier in the game, the other reds will also get a leadership drop. And this is, as I said, a little problem. So a lot of units came back over here, even if I finished them off already. But overall, I think that's it over here. So I was able to win at least. At the end, you saw that I finally managed it to kill the Grey Seer. Sorry, it was not a Plague Priest, it was a Grey Seer. It was his lord, in fact. But as I said, I should finish him off earlier in the game, but finally I managed to kill him, and this was causing the mass rout at the end, I think. Because the Red Ogres were quite healthy. Also, he has Plague Monks, one quite healthy group over here, and the Stormvermin. So very good, so a very competitive build in my opinion. Also the Kranos Spears, I like them. And yeah, you can see the Witch Elves performing very well. Let's take a look over here. The Poison Wind Bombardiers. This is for the large units, and then with the Death Globe Bombardiers are for the infantry units. Actually not making a lot of kills, just 40, but it's okay, it's okay. So thank you for tuning in this episode. Hope to see you on the next episode, and have a nice evening. Thank you.